pretty interesting, as last week we saw South Korea get a clean wipe on them from the United States team. We need to see if they're going to be able to redeem themselves here with the battle against Brazil. It's going to be rough, it's going to be tough, and all I can really say is you need to put support for the team you want to win. I'm not going to pick sides with this one, as it's anyone's game. I've seen strengths from Brazil. Their raw speed is something to be worried about, but Korea's top-notch accuracy is something you always have to look out for.
Actually, one thing to note is this is actually a rematch because Brazil and Korea already won against each other in the group stage.
Yeah, that's very true.
But as we've kind of talked about before, as this tournament's gone on, Brazil has actually become a stronger team. And Cedric was saying he doesn't really want to take sides because, you know, it's anyone's game. And I feel like that actually sums up a lot of these matches that we have today.
Yeah,
I don't know who's going to win any of these. Like, these matches look really good.
Brazil seems to specialize on the higher end maps as opposed to the lower end.
Oh yeah, I think Twitch knows what's happening. I think Twitch knows what's up.
Alright though, so we should be getting that started soon. We'll be going over the warm-ups. It does look like everybody is in the room here, and it looks like the first warm-up is actually going to be Sweet Genocide. Well, you're a Sweet Genocide.
But yes, just while we wait for that match to start up, as we just said, we have Brazil versus South Korea. After this match, we actually have Japan versus United States, which is the only winner bracket encounter we'll have for the time being. And then after that match, we'll have Canada versus Philippines, and then that will be followed by a nice little break.
Yeah, we will see an 8-hour intermission in between the matches for today. Which is kind of great, because on the list it says Saturday, but it's totally most definitely Sunday for those in the United States that are, I mean, not Sunday, Friday for those in the United States.
I'm supposed to be the tired one, dude, not you.
I'm not tired, I'm just flustered.
One other thing worth noting, Brazil versus South Korea and Canada versus Philippines are both loser bracket matches, so...
Mm-hmm.
If any of those teams lose, they're gone.
Yeah, and for those that actually are looking at the scheduling, you'll notice that Sunday is all in red because that is dependent on the result of these matches that we are watching right now. Any match you see highlighted in green can go either which way, which will also determine what matches we see on Sunday. And like we were saying before, that raw speed from Brazil is quite crazy. I do believe all of South Korea just failed that warm-up.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, that raw speed that Brazil's got bringing to the table is going to be something that South Korea needs to watch out for. I know the map pool's got some some fast songs going on, so it should be interesting to see. Because Brazil's still going to keep on going, it looks like.
Yeah, just confirming, South Korea did all fail. So yeah. This is looking to be a pretty good display of what Brazil can actually do.
Yeah, but with that kind of speed, we kind of got to talk with one of the quickest streamers out there in one of those talks that we did here recently. And one thing we learned is that with speed comes the loss of control. So are they willing to give up the control for the higher accuracy just to be able to pass the speed? I mean, it will work in situations where the map is so fast that the other team can't keep up, because then you automatically, they're going to fail and you take away a win. But
that's what I was thinking. To me, it's like, it doesn't matter if you sacrifice accuracy for the speed if your opponents can't keep up. Because we've already seen that a lot of these maps are now above like 220 BPM. So they're definitely getting quite a bit faster. I think we just saw one that was around 260, 280 if I remember correctly.
Okay, anyways, though, it looks like the next one that we're going to be seeing is the DJ Sharpnel Tactical Railroad Extreme.
Good old DJ Sharpnel. We've actually seen quite a bit of him in this Mania World Cup. Because we saw Mama as a warm-up during one of the early stages, then we saw Mama come back as an actual map. And people are still picking him for warm-ups. Is this one of those maps that has different artists throughout the maps here?
I don't think it is. Now you got to remember, DJ Shrapnel's actually remixed quite a few different songs, so you might see different things like that. Instead of putting various artists, it looks like they just did it like this. And as for it being called a marathon, remember nowadays marathons only have to be like 5 or 6 minutes, so hopefully it's not a super duper long song.
I don't think it is. I mean, we're already a third of the way through, so I'd say about 250 tops. Let's see if I can figure this out. Okay, well I was very wrong. 4.5 minutes. BPM of 204. But yeah, Zach, what do you think of this match so far?
Well, I am not able to watch this live as I'm having a bit of trouble with my client, but it looks like Brazil's doing pretty well against Korea right now.
Yeah, they are looking pretty good.
Yeah, but it does look like Brazil actually has the lead.
Yeah, especially since this is actually a South Korea pick as well. At the very least, I'm assuming this is a South Korean pick. I can't see the other one being theirs.
Yeah, and it just looks like Brazil is just showing off their speed some more.
Yeah, I feel like these difficulty jumps in between map pools are definitely paying off for Brazil here. Yeah, that's looking to be a nice company win for Brazil.
Okay, and that is going to be all she wrote for that warm up. And yes, like you said, Brazil is going to take that second warm up, and now we will get into our bands here shortly, and we'll be right away with that.
It'll actually be interesting to see what the teams ban and pick this time around. I think Halogen and Tasha were talking about NS18 getting banned, I think it was that one. What do you think, Zach? Do you want to take any guesses on what could get banned out here?
I have no idea what will be banned because there's just so many hard maps and so many of them just focus on different things.
Alright, so while we wait for those bands to pop up, I'm just going to sit here and kind of talk about dead time. Zach's probably hungry. I'll answer that question for you.
I am hungry.
Haha!
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Stream hiccups.
Blames E-Trot.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's not like I have a giant caster symbol next to my thing.
There was this one thing we used to do at school where we just blame this one guy in our class for no reason. It was always his fault. Anyway, with that said, we have banned, and oh, yeah, there we go. NS18 was banned along with Tokyo Teddy Bear, John Takana's theme, and Hairstyles. I butchered that, the she map. You guys want to take a shot at that one since I butchered it so badly?
Hold on, sorry, I had a little bit of a technical difficulty there. My computer decided to go boom.
Sounds about right. I feel like some of these bands are actually They actually sound kind of familiar. I think we should talked about these during the showcase, especially John Tanaka's theme. I definitely do remember that one. I don't know if I remember Tokyo Teddy Bear getting talked about though. Anyway, with the bands done and done, hopefully soon we will see the first pick come out.
Yeah, we should be seeing that in any moment.
Do you want to take a random crack at what we'll see first?
To be 100% honest with you, I came into this thing not nearly as prepared as I did with the other stages, and I don't even... I didn't even... Like, I did part of the map pool with you, but I didn't really pay 100% attention to it, so I can't sit there and lie and say, oh, I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm probably about as clueless as some of the people watching right now when it comes to what map picks are being there. But it does look like... This is the one that I was trying to understand if it was pronounced different than how it looked.
I think it's Coitus Ray.
Yeah, Coitus Ray. Because that brought on the Final Fantasy discussion about that one summon in Final Fantasy VIII that's a lightning bird. Because I didn't know how to pronounce its name.
Yeah, something like that. Also, yes, Tokyo Teddy Bear did get banned. I don't know why.
Probably because it is the easiest one in the map pool, according to a lot of people. And so that's probably why a good reason for why Brazil would ban it, because they're better at the harder maps.
Yeah, that would actually make sense. I think, yeah, we're actually talking about the idea of banning out the easier stuff as well. It is actually a pretty good strategy. I kind of want to see more teams doing it, because it does make sense to some degree.
It looks like a Sion Ray dropped right at the beginning of the map.
Yeah, he's already
on the very first note.
Well, he's already about 2% behind everyone else in accuracy, so yeah, he took a bit of a large hit there.
Yeah, but if you're going to drop the beginning, I still say it's probably the best place to drop.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Because while combo doesn't play as big as a part here, it definitely does help for you not... Like, it is a definite heavy hit if you drop combo halfway through the song, as opposed to dropping it like Sanray just did right there. Ouch. Same with Raven, it looks like, as well.
And Nate the Ruben.
It looks like the only one still holding full combo is Gilzer, Matt. I don't know.
And it looks like Brazil actually has a pretty good lead at the moment.
Yeah, they're hit by about 30-odd thousand points.
And
40.
Now everyone has dropped.
Yeah, 40 now.
Except maybe Nate. I really can't see that accuracy over his username, though.
99.6.
Okay, forget you. And your perfect vision.
Oh, he dropped down to 99.5. 9.4. The trick is to like not look at the number as a whole, but try to identify the key points that you can see.
I agree.
Yeah. As we come up to the end of the song map, it does look like Brazil has quite a nice lead here.
Yeah, that is going to be a point for Brazil.
By quite a bit, actually, 127,000 points.
I'll assume that that was their first. That first pick was theirs.
South Korea. South Korea got the first pick. They won the roll. So yeah, that is not a good start for South Korea. But definitely the start that Brazil was looking for.
Yeah, and this one's going to be a little bit more drug out, guys, as we do have the best of 11 here. So it's going to be 6 victories in order to take it home. So these matches can get quite long.
Yeah, hopefully we won't end up with, like, matches going over an hour, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully it won't come to that anyway. I'm kind of hoping we see some Blue Zenith at some point.
Well, now we're going to see Dream to Nightmare.
Yep, this works.
Oh boy.
This should be good.
I actually played this myself yesterday.
What'd you think?
It wasn't that friendly to me.
I wonder why.
Actually, the slider velocity changes didn't bother me that much.
Well, I mean, it is a 4.63, so... Actually, I think BPM-wise, this is one of the slower maps. It's actually only 178 BPM. Yeah, BPM-wise, this is actually slower than the other one. And yeah, it does actually look like we've lost our Felipe Link. I wonder if he's getting swapped in for someone. Oh, I think he is getting swapped in for someone, guys. A certain guy we all know and love. And
Yep.
Spoon Guy!
Yep. We do apologize a little bit for the delay on that. One of the users did not have the map downloaded, unfortunately, which may end up hurting them in the long run. But
I
hopefully,
love it when that happens.
hopefully they managed to practice and just accidentally deleted the map. If they're going into this blind, props to them.
Oh right, wow, you weren't actually kidding. Yeah, I just saw the message.
Oh no, I was being dead serious.
Yeah, I just had to go look to see who it actually was. Let's see how that person does. Actually, here's a fun game on Twitch. See if you can spot the player who's playing this map, this blind. Have
yeah,
fun.
after the match, we'll let you know who actually played it blind.
I have a feeling they'll be able to guess correctly.
I don't know, it's actually gonna be pretty hard.
The song might be a little bit on the mean side in terms of charting, but the song itself is pretty cool. I'm digging it.
It is a little jarring while playing it though, since it almost makes you think that your game is lagging.
I actually hate that effect. It throws you off so much.
Do you see those stair layers that are coming up? Those are so quick.
Yeah. Brazil is doing really well here, and just look at that score difference. Korea just can't do anything about it.
All right, and so Jesus Christ got it right. I'm sorry, Jesus Christ, that's the way it's spelled, got it right. Raven was the one playing that blind. They had to download the map. Good job. You get yourself a star. It doesn't do anything, and it isn't worth a damn, but hey, you feel good, because you got it right.
Or if you want, you can give yourself a good old pat on the back.
Yeah, nice old pat on the back.
All the others, when I looked at the idea of like Brazil versus South Korea, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a pretty close match actually. I'm not sure who'll win it.
Well,
382,000 point difference. Oh boy. Call and create.
Wow, we
Sure,
haven't
Korea's
seen Cool
feeling
and
the stress.
we haven't seen Cool and Create. We haven't seen Cool and Create songs in a long time. I remember when those used to be all the rave back in standard days. Like we're talking like 5-6 years ago. You couldn't see a map in the newly ranked section without there being at least 1 or 2 like Cool or Create maps going on.
Call and create wasn't that popular. Like the Toho thing was, but there weren't that many Call and Create maps.
I have like 20 of them. If I'm not mistaken. I mean, yeah, a couple of them are duplicates that other mappers did, but it was still pretty big.
It's not that many.
20 of one artist is pretty significant, if you ask me.
Actually, these days, I'd say Toho isn't all that big anymore.
No, not really.
Isn't. Toho dropped off in like 2012. Like,
but
it's
just because just about all the good stuff has already been mapped.
Yeah.
You know,
everyone caught up.
You know, while we're watching this match and everything, scores are going back and forth here, but something I would like to say is, something I'd like to see in the future is maybe like a really, and it's ambitious, it's an ambitious project, but maybe like a remap project to fit with today's standards for like all the really popular, high-played songs. I just don't know if anybody'd be willing to sink that much time into something like that.
I like the idea of leaving the mid there. Because like a lot of the maps that were popular have kind of, I don't know about all of them, but some of them have actually aged quite well.
Oh yeah, of course. But there's some legacy maps that are like really old that they're just really good songs, and you just like, I wish you'd see something more on that. Oh, it does look like South Korea's taken the lead on this one. Maybe the Toho has given them the power. It's not a very big lead, but it's definitely a lead.
Yeah, I'd put this on the lower end of the difficulty scale for these maps.
And that's where it's gonna hurt Brazil, because they're really fast, which is good for the really difficult stuff, but when it comes to accuracy, I think Korea might have them beat. So if it's a song that's within Korea's BPM range, I think they're gonna be able to take victories. But it's really close.
Yeah, that miss from Ruin is not gonna help though, but we've got 2 people from Brazil now who've actually broken their full combo. It's the on Ram Rabbit.
Yeah, it looked like Brazil was going to take that back, but then we saw those drops.
Yeah, Korea takes it by 12,900 points.
That was an impressive comeback.
Lockhead's just screaming Emerald Sword at us in chat now.
Hey, Emerald Sword was a really good map. I mean, yeah, it was kind of weird, but I would love to see it mapped in a newer standard for today's type of skill. Like,
I would too, mostly because of Catch the Beat.
Yeah, well, it is evil on Catch the Beat, ain't it?
Oh yes, it certainly is.
It is brutal.
There's actually not a single SS on it with hidden.
Ouch.
The problem I have with that map, though, is it's very jolty.
Yeah, and I mean, that was kind of the gimmick it was set for. Raikkonen, like, when they made maps, all their maps, like, almost every single one they have, if you go and search that mapper, there's a gimmick to it somewhere. Like, UN Owen was Ronald, or however that Ronald McDonald one, yeah. Every Raikkonen map had like a specific gimmick to it. I think he did the Tata Sphere song too, and that was mapped in a complete circle all around the background sphere.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so I mean, that person always had some sort of gimmick set up with it.
But yeah, as chat has noticed, we have Hold Angel coming up next. Yeah, I miss Raikkonen maps. I should play them more often.
This actually sounds like it's going to be a little bit more heavy on the keys, so this might give Brazil a little bit of a advantage here again.
How come haven't the US beat South Korea already? How come they're still in the tournament? That is because South Korea is currently in the losers bracket.
Yes, this is double elimination, guys.
Yeah, earlier in the year we actually we changed the tournament structure to double elimination instead of the old single elimination. So essentially, each team has 2 chances.
I would like to say I am here, Firefox.
He's just not talking.
Oh man.
Talk more, Zach.
I wanna sing the next part of that song, but I'm not going to. Stop, Pen, please.
See, this is making me want to listen to the song as well.
I know. It's bad. But anyways, back to the match here. As you can see, with this high speed, Brazil is definitely taking advantage of these higher speed picks here. Korea's not trailing by much, but these drops in the really fast sections is what's hurting them drastically as the score difference becomes to almost 100,000 and slowly climbing even above that at this moment.
You can see the difference in the sort of match that Brazil and South Korea are picking. Like, there's a visible difference between this and the last one.
I would like to point out, as soon as the song kind of calmed down a little bit, though, you can see South Korea's accuracy just pick up. They're definitely more accurate here. But if they can't hold the combo, you know, it's just boom. And the score gap is so large now. I mean, there would have to be some major mess-ups on Brazil's side. And it doesn't look like Spoon Guy is going to give him a chance, neither is Nate the Ruben. And that is going to be another win for Brazil here.
Yeah, that's another 136,000 point difference right there. This is looking pretty good for Brazil, I have to say. They must be feeling pretty good. Especially with Nate the Ruben actually not missing at all.
Yeah, very impressive play. Only getting 10 200s. 900. Oh, wow. No, I'm not even going to say that. So 434 300s and about 900 maxes.
Yeah, just actually looking at the normal 300s between each two teams, it does look like South Korea had a bit less, I think. On Brazil's side, we had 434, 386, and 296. And on South Korea, we had 373, 460, and 379. So, actually, it looks like Brazil had the lower amount. So maybe Brazil is a slightly more accurate team here. Especially on the faster maps.
Yeah, that's very true. And it looks like we're going to be doing Yukiana.
I don't remember this one. I mean, I'll probably remember it when I see the background, because I have a tendency to remember maps by background more so name. But I don't know if Hashira and Halogen talked that much about this one getting picked or banned a lot. So I'm not exactly sure what to think about this one. And here we go. But yeah, it definitely does seem like South Korea aren't exactly having the best time with the semi-final map pool. What do you guys think?
Well, with this being a slower pick, I think that South Korea might be able to do this, but initially there are a lot of high-speed picks in this map pool, so it kind of feels like it's kind of guaranteeing Brazil a win at this point. I don't want to say it like that because I still feel this is anybody's game. But, you know.
Well, we are looking at a 200 BPM map.
Yeah.
Did something happen to Runaville? Did he lag out?
We might have problems with it, but we will just wait and see. They might still be playing, guys. They might have just lagged out on the spectator client.
Yeah, so for now, I think it's safe to assume that he's still playing, and we will get you results as we know them.
Yeah, that's just the best we can do. It is unfortunate that it happens, but sometimes the spectator client just makes a little bit of a derp. Now, see, if they had completely disconnected, their window should fade out to the OS menu, and I'm not seeing that. I'm still seeing their gameplay actually locked up. Okay, nope. See, now that might mean we see a drop, because the OS window just showed up for me, meaning that Runa might have dropped, and I believe that was way past halfway point of the song, so that's unfortunately, yeah, that's unfortunately going to count as fair play, and Brazil's going to be able to get that, although I don't think it would have helped them too much anyways.
Just quickly, throughout this entire map, Nathan only just dropped, even through that really hard part about halfway through the map. He got through all of that and then dropped like 270-ish away from the end.
I don't think you can win a 2v3 in Mania at all.
Unless the other team just like completely screws up, it's
about impossible.
Yeah, even if they only hit like maybe 7 or 8 keys for the entire map, that might just be the little bit of score that they'd need to win. Mania is very dependent on everyone being there. You can't carry like you can in Standard. Standard, you have...
Or catch the beat.
Yeah, or catch the beat. Catch the beat in Standard, you have like these hyper carry maps where you got a super high combo, and say for example your captain still got plus 2,000 on it, and one guy DCs, it might not be that big of a difference, because if he was dropping halfway through, you probably already doubled his score.
Oh my god.
Or tripled. Or more.
Or tripled, yeah.
You should read the chat.
Oh dear.
Wow. So apparently Runa actually got a blue screen.
A blue screen of death. That's never good.
Is very unfortunate.
Yeah.
So wait, is Spoon Guy gonna help Korea? I totally see Spoon Guy in the slot right now.
So do I.
So do I.
Just also as a confirmation, it is 4-1.
They need some power.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically, like, say for example, you did run into a situation where you're a 2v3 in Mania, and the other team was just really, really, really bad, and they didn't even get half the score that they needed, and the other two people completely full comboed and got all the score, then yeah, you might possibly see a win.
Yeah, like, it is possible to do the 2v3, but the odds of you seeing it actually happen are really low. When is the next regular World Cup? I believe the Oz World Cup registrations are next month. Yeah, I believe they're about like... I think they start mid-October. I wouldn't...
Yeah, the registration's next month, I do believe.
Yeah, I think it's around halfway through the month. I'm not entirely sure, but it should be sometime around then. And we have a ruiner back.
Yes. And registrations for that, everything will be made available. You guys, we always announce it on the front page of the forum website. There will be announcements for the signups and everything. You'll be able to check that. Or if you just follow the OS News Tumblr, you'll definitely be able to find that as well. We always post all the upcoming information about tournaments, matches, everything that we could possibly think of, whether it be a circle clicking tournament, a fruit catching tournament, a drum smashing tournament, or a key bashing tournament, or just singing competitions and anything in the general. It's always there on the OS News Tumblr, so make sure to keep an eye on it if you want to find out about all the cool stuff going on in the community.
Okay, just as another quick heads up, so right now we have the Mania 4K World Cup, obviously. After this we'll have the OS World Cup, which will start, the registration, as we said, will be next month. After that we will then have the Mania 4K World Cup, which will then be followed by the Taika World Cup. Yeah.
You totally said 4-key again. It will be the 7-key World Cup.
That one, yeah.
That one.
Yeah. 4-key, Oxford Cup, 7-key, Taiko, CTB, back to 4-key.
Yep.
Nailed it.
The rotation is real.
And I'll just keep going round and round until we add or remove something. Whichever comes first. And it looks like we have Cyberstorm coming up next.
Oh yeah, Cyberstorm.
I believe this is the Brazilian pick.
Get your bleeps and bloops going on, folks. We got ourselves a Cyberstorm.
Well, I suppose the Cyberstorm, you know, it's a nice change of pace from the other storm we get.
Yes, I am using push to talk. Is there a problem with my push to talk, good sir?
Good sir.
Well, you know what I meant.
Yes, this song is very intense. I am looking forward to seeing this. How does anyone even map this? With a lot of practice. To be honest, mapping seems quite hard when you first try it, but after you've done like a map or three, it's really not that bad. Could you attest to that, Z-Drop?
Yeah, I would assume so. Also, Runa is setting up after the PC crash, so we should see them in just a moment. We do apologize for the wait, and for those talking about loving mechanical keyboards, just a heads up, this isn't because I have to or anything, this is just because I want to, and I'm basically plugging something. The TT Esports Series mechanical keyboards, they just got a whole new line. So with that new line, all their old mechanical keyboards are now on sale. So if you've been kind of iffy on picking up a mechanical keyboard, but you've kind of wanted one, they're really nice. I use one myself, and it's fantastic.
They really are nice to have.
Yeah, and like I'm not trying to plug that website in general. It's just that's the place I've been able to find the most price-efficient mechanical keyboard for a low budget.
You are now a sellout.
Oh, I'm now a sellout. Oh, wow. Well, don't you need to get paid from the company to be a sellout? Because I'm a little bit lost. I'm not making any money for that. I'm just saying they're nice keyboards.
Planning in advance.
Yeah.
Maybe if I hide their products enough, they'll love me forever.
I just recently got myself a new mechanical keyboard.
I would get one, but they're too loud. Plus, I'm perfectly happy with the one I have.
Well, it's certainly not something that's required, but it can definitely help you out.
Yeah, it's not required at all. And to be quite honest, I'd still have a rubber dome if I wasn't able to get this thing for only like $60. I mean,
nice.
yeah, it was a steal. It was a legit steal. And now they got the whole new line of them out, which you could choose from blues, browns, or reds now. Before, all they had was blues. So now you've got a little bit more choice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
David, what keyboard are you using now? I'm using a Microsoft Sine the X4.
I have one of those as well.
Look pretty good.
No, it's a great keyboard. I'll always make sure to keep it because my good friend Danzai actually was the one that got me that keyboard.
Nice. I'm not getting the best use out of mine though because I'm not actually using my S1 through S6
Oh,
keys yet.
dude, you need to set those up. They're the most beautiful thing, especially like when you're playing MMOs. Oh my goodness.
MMOs.
Well,
So,
you should play
yeah.
MMOs.
No.
Because you could set up all kinds of skill chains just to that one button. You're just like, oh, I need to wipe out this whole wave of creeps and I need to do I want to do my AoE combos. So you just set all your AoE skills to like S2 and then set all your physical single targets to S1 and you're just like kaboom.
I would much rather set them to interact with Spotify just so I can pause and skip or whatever so much easier.
Yeah, that's true too. Also, for those just joining us, this is the Brazil versus South Korea match. Unfortunately, South Korea's had some technical difficulties on their side. We are waiting for one of their players to reconnect. I do not know if the tournament staff is going to give a time limit to that or not. That's not really my call on that one. But we're just kind of talking in the dead air to kind of fill up the silence. That way we've got a little something to converse about.
We've been asked not to talk about MMOs by the chat.
Okay, alright, we'll drop the MMOs. But hey, what about that League of Legends, guys? You know,
What about it?
It looks like Runa has actually come back to save the day from that conversation.
We also have one Crystal here as well, who has decided to drop by. Hello.
Hi guys, how are you doing?
I am really tired.
Oh, right. It looks like we're going to be getting started now. Hopefully we don't see any more, hopefully we don't see any more problems from the South Korean side on their, connections.
Or
computers.
computers.
Hopefully everything will go smoother now.
Hopefully.
I actually
Hold on.
freaked out for a sec there, because I was watching Runa's screen, and for a second I couldn't actually see the notes when they hit the bottom, and I thought he was using hidden.
Yeah.
That would have been glorious. That would have been glorious.
It looks like Runa's having a bit of trouble too.
Yeah, it does seem so. But give me one moment. I need to speak with the tournament staff about why League is amazing.
No, you don't. Well, actually, I should
Oh
go
my
for
God.
it. I mean, it will only take him 10 seconds. So yeah, One Crystal, what are you thinking about this map?
I can't see the map at the moment. I mean, I have problems opening the client. I don't know why.
We're actually, you know what we're playing, right? You know what the map is? Cyberstorm.
Cyberstorm. Let me check the map pool. I remember the song because of the background, not the names.
Okay, well, Juan,
I'm totally with you there.
let me say this. It goes.
Oh well, most of the songs in the map pool goes like this.
Wow.
You're not getting it all.
It has the really scary looking dude with the cloak over his face. Looks like a zombie. Does that help?
I just hope the tournament client opens soon.
Anyway, actually getting into the gameplay, it does look like Brazil is having a pretty convincing lead here. Looks to be about a 250, getting close to the 300,000 point difference here.
Yes, Brazil is just ruthless on all these fast maps.
Yeah, they know what they want and they're gonna take it. It just doesn't seem like
Yep.
South Korea can keep up with this difficulty.
Yeah, the speed mostly. No, I'm not sure about the difficult of the maps, but South Korea has troubles when it comes to speed. I think the map that you're talking about is a really high speed one, one of the most one actually.
Yeah, this is definitely pretty fast.
It was Cyberstone, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I remember that one. 300 BPM streams.
That's the one.
All right, and it looks like Brazil's going to take that next win, bringing them to match point, folks. This is looking pretty hard for South Korea. It does seem like the map pool was kind of a little bit against them this time.
Definitely. And also in favor of Brazil, who's a team that goes to the speed.
Yeah. Like we were talking about that earlier. I mean, they've got a lot of raw speed potential, and that's good and all. But the reason why South Korea got that 1 point is they went and played a slower song. And that slower song allowed South Korea's, like, if they're comfortable in that BPM range, you're not going to be able to beat their accuracy. That's the way I feel, at least. But, see, if you could take them out of their BPM range, get them in a ground where they're not comfortable, then you've got it. If you can manage to just at least hold it with some semi-decent accuracy, it doesn't even have to be perfect. Because if it's out of their BPM range, it's out of their BPM range. They're going to make way more mistakes than you might.
I think the problem here is that BPM range, it doesn't appear that often enough in this map pool. Most of the maps are outside of that range, and South Korea just don't have a way to handle it.
Yeah.
This map pool is really good for speed teams like Brazil especially. Also, I think United States and Japan got a really high favorite match. I mean, not because they are playing against, but both teams know how to handle high speed, so we're going to see a really good match in the next one.
Speaking of USA versus Japan, we actually have that coming up next after this match, and it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, we're talking really interesting.
We're talking grand final stuff level here, guys.
Yeah, this is the match of the century, round 1. I've been talking about this. It can potentially go to round 2 or maybe round 3. I think both teams can do it to the grand finals, even when one of them has to be moved to the loser bracket.
It's definitely going to be exciting to see. We're not going to know exactly who's going to be able to win it. I mean, the U.S. has played incredibly well, so has Japan. And the way we got to look at this is, regardless of who wins this one, because it is a winner bracket match, one of the teams will be going down to the loser bracket still, correct?
Yep. And if that the team that lose between Japan and United States will be facing Canada, Malaysia, Argentina, or I don't remember the last one, Philippines, right?
It does look like Wonderlust is going to be what we're going to see, and this song is quite difficult, but its reprise is one of my favorite reprises in the Quick Brown Fox's music in general. I know it's another Persona of Renard, but
Yeah, if you guys know the Quick Brown Fox, you guys kind of have an idea of what we're going to be getting into right about now.
This song, if I remember correctly, it's 7-star ratio, 7.3.
Yeah, it's insanely high.
I think this might just be the end for Korea now, knowing just how fast it is. Because this is just unbelievably fast.
I don't know why, but this song, until the end, is not really that hard. I mean, yeah, you have to be really high speed, but it's, I don't know, but it feels comfortable to play it, even when it's this fast. So maybe we can see a battle in this one.
Well, we're about to find out because we are well underway. This is gonna be good. I'll be honest, I wanted to see this at least once, and it's like, first match we get to see it. Can't complain there.
Well, never mind then. Seems like Brazil got this one too.
Yeah, it does seem like South Korea is actually struggling here quite a bit. All three players have actually missed, with Brazil only Spunga has missed so far.
Yeah, Spunga having really problems. I mean, really big problems here.
I think he's at the point where it doesn't matter that much as long as he can get a decent amount of score. Because then
but the gap is not really that high, and the song will keep getting harder. So maybe we have to see if Spunga can hold this one.
Well, if he can get his accuracy back up to around like 97, 98%, he should be fine.
Yeah, that's also true.
I mean, he's already back up to 95. Okay, well, no, it's not.
Oh no, the miss from Spunga. Right at the
Dropping
end
him from
of
like
that section.
90, he was at like 95.3 and now he's back down to like 94.8.
Did you just get her miss yet? Miss?
It does look like it, yeah.
Wow. Well, they have to be careful because South Korea is getting closer and closer.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't. It definitely. Never mind.
Oh my. Those thrills.
I got a funny story if we have time later.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I saw it.
I would like to say that this awesome tournament is being viewed by all kinds of people, not only on Twitch, but on TVs and living rooms, where people burn themselves with grilled cheese sandwiches.
At least they're the ones getting burnt, not the pizza.
Yeah.
Hey, I want some pizza.
Oh, whoa, that looked ridiculous.
Oh
yeah,
Now we see Brazil taking the lead by a landslide.
Yeah,
and then the Rubin combo, what?
Look at this guy. Don't worry, guys.
He's just a speed demon.
Oh my. Nate the Rubin knows how to play the high speed level. Also, he can miss yet. He's also really doing a really impressive job. And South Korea can't hold this one. Only Sion Ray holding the S range.
Yeah, around like 99.2 at the moment, I think.
99.26, I believe.
Oh
yeah, that is insane.
It was 0.4, but then he dropped a bit on that last wall.
Yeah. Even still, that's incredible.
I still wonder why this one is in the semifinals and not in the finals.
Oh, he finally dropped.
I don't see a drop on my side.
Oh, it must have been climb leg then.
He just full combo that like a
full
boss.
combo that one.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That is
and that is going to
be
the
end for Korea.
Yes, our next match will be starting here shortly. That's going to be Japan versus the United States. But real quickly, I want to clear up a few things real fast because some people are asking, is this on TV? No, it's not broadcasted on television, but if you own a smart TV or, for example, a Chromecast that you can plug into your HD TV, you can do that. I had some friends come over that didn't realize I was going to be doing commentary today, and they are about semi-half drunk in my living room watching the Mania World Cup. And my buddy Kyle thought it would be a great idea to make a grilled cheese sandwich in a toaster. And yeah, it doesn't work. And needless to say, I thought I smelled something burning, so I ran in there real quick to go see what was going on. And he's like, oh, no problem, man, I'm just making a grilled cheese. And I'm like, get that out of my toaster. So he just takes his bare hands and pulls it out of the toaster, and then the cheese just burns all over his hand, and he's screaming. Everybody's laughing.